become a trend. The YouTube channel here is growing. Thank you each and every subscriber. Thank you for sharing these videos, these live streams. I'm having a lot of fun. But I think this is the second day, it might be the third day in a row where we are doing a live stream reviewing a series of subscriber questions. Again, I'm the only one that looks at this channel, so if you just leave a comment below in any of my videos, that's one of your questions. There's a pretty good chance I will answer it. I used to answer them one-on-one in videos, but now we're getting more and more questions, so I do a whole batch of them at one time. So today, first question out of the gate, as the title says, is what are the keys to private money? If you've read our book, you know that we were lucky enough to raise private money or private capital a couple of different times in our 15-year journey. And I've come to believe there's a couple of things you need to have in place. First and foremost, you need to structure the opportunity, the note, the agreement, whatever that is for you, in a way where you benefit last. Meaning, if you're going to go out there and raise the purchase price, if you're going to go raise the purchase price plus repair money from private individuals, which will mean friends and family in your network, I strongly suggest in the beginning that you give more than you receive, right? That is what's going to set you up for success. Yes, the first couple of transactions you may not profit as much, but what you need to build in the beginning is a track record. And it is that track record that will spread like wildfire in your network, and it will be amazing who has capital to lend you. Other things you absolutely have to work out is you have to work out the process of recording a note for your state, right? Are you recording a deed? Is the note attached to the deed? Are you naming them on insurance? How are you protecting them? Get very, very good at communicating the downside. What's the worst case scenario? Share all of that up front. I can tell you without doubt that being able to articulate the worst case scenario for somebody who's looking to lend you 10, 20, 50, $100,000 is one of the things that has allowed me to secure that, is because I can articulate worst case scenario. I can articulate what we have done to put it in place. And in my situation, I've been lucky enough, at least in the second instance, to articulate how my money is at risk first, right? For example, what we do today is we only borrow purchase price, but we fund repairs. So in order for my lender, who is somebody I know, somebody I've worked with, somebody in my family, to lose money, I have to lose all of my repair money. I have to lose all of the equity. I have to lose all of the discount. It's possible, but gosh darn, it's highly unlikely. But that's what you have to get good at. Back when we were first raising private capital, you have to understand where we were. The market was very different. People were afraid. You were getting less than 1% in the bank. So they were happy to get 10%. Plus, our purchase prices were so much lower. And our intention the first time was to hold forever. We had 10-year notes, interest only at 10%, and happy to pay them because we couldn't get a bank loan. So understand that you need to articulate an agreement with your private lenders that puts them first and you second. I know that's hard to hear. I know you want to think about all the money you're going to make and all of those things, but trust me, if you put your first couple of private investors first, your reputation will expand and you will have access to more and more capital, and then you'll take care of them and your reputation will grow even further. So private money is very key. It's key today. It was key 10 years ago. If you can get good at articulating that value, the process, you will be there. And then lastly, it all boils down to the deal, right? You have to be able to articulate a deal. A 10% discount's not a deal. Frankly, a 15% discount that needs repairs is not a deal, right? There are too many people talking about skinny deals or no deals at all. And frankly, you shouldn't be able to raise private money, right? If you have a 100K house, but you can get it for 90K, and you're going to hopefully, fix it up and sell it for 100, you're not going to win, right? There's transaction costs, there's risk. You frankly shouldn't be able to get private money for that. But if you can buy a 100K house for 50 that needs 10, yeah, you should be able to get that deal done. So That's what I think about private money. The next question I got was, why are you so down on multifamily? Right? Everybody is saying bigger is better. It's 50 units, 1,000 units. Everybody wants to talk about having all of these units. Well, I guess I'm in a lucky spot because I can just tell you what I think. I don't have any ulterior motives. I believe multifamily is in a feeding frenzy. It's in a very similar feeding frenzy to what I saw in '06. If you read this book, it tells you how we spotted the feeding frenzy and got out of the way and survived. People that bought our stuff lost them. All 8 people that bought the houses we sold at or near the peak, they were all lost because it was a feeding frenzy and it was not a good time to buy. That's what's happening in multifamily in most of the country. Most of the country, their cap rates are crashing. The expense ratios are comical in how they're done. I've shared with you here recently in landlord stories about what my expense ratio is for apartments versus houses, vastly different. And I just don't want to see you get hurt. I see too many people becoming LPs or trying to be general partners and raise capital on what would be skinny deals. And for the most part, it's very hard to find a deal that pencils today. I see lots of bad assumptions happening. I see a lot of general partners that are going to get hurt. I see lots of limited partners that are going to get crushed when they lose all of their money. Preferred returns are going away. When renters start to buy homes again, which is going to happen, you're going to see vacancies rise. The job market is really, really good right now. And what's going to happen is people are going to stop being renters and they're going to become owners. It's just going to happen. It always does. It's been a long time since we've seen that, but millennials are now getting out, they're getting married, having kids, and they're going to want to live in their own place. So, yes, I am down on multifamily in general. You can always find a unicorn holding a 4-leaf clover, so those deals are out there. But I see posts all the time on my social media about this or that deal. Most people are overpaying. Most people have expense ratios that won't work. Most people don't have 20 years experience and know what it's like to see a feeding frenzy. We have an absolute feeding frenzy today in multifamily. And that's when mistakes happen, right? Actually winning a multifamily bid today probably means you overpaid. So that's why I'm down on multifamily. If you've read our story, right? Multifamily is frankly how we retired, right? One rental at a time starts with houses but explodes with multifamily. It's just not 2010. It's not 2015. And I see too many people believing the hype when I do the math, single family homes are better investments. Single family homes have 30-year rate locks. Multifamily doesn't. Multifamily is going to get a 5, 7, or 10-year reset. Most of you, your cap rate will be higher, means it's going to appraise lower. You're going to lose all of your equity, and it's going to be ugly. I think the first resets are coming in 2023, so I know I'm early, and you can all call me a fool if you like. But again, I put my money where my mouth is. We've sold 3 apartment buildings, and I have 1 more in escrow now to sell. And I'm going to move my money into houses because my spreadsheets say single family homes are better. So in the end, private money is absolutely a key. Understand the process. Put your lender first, your friend, your family first. Build that track record. Go from there. And yeah, I am pretty down on multifamily. It's because I see a feeding frenzy, and I don't want any part of it, except as a seller. I guess I'll be a seller in a feeding frenzy, but not a buyer. So that's what I'm thinking. Thank you for all the private or all the subscriber questions. If you are a subscriber to this channel and you're interested in rental properties, what does it hurt? Leave a question below, leave a comment, thumbs up, subscribe, tell your friends. Let's grow this channel. Let's answer some questions. And of course, let's have a better financial future. We will talk tomorrow on the Daily Financial News. Have fun. Take care. Good night.